Germany is the largest economy in the European Union. It is the home for many companies in the field of innovative manufacturing industry, which produce a wide range of world-class, high-quality products. Nevertheless, regarding the cycling infrastructure, traditionally, Germany is not really a leader in the EU. In 2008, only 10% of the daily trips in Germany is made using bicycles. However, there's one very exceptional city, Münster. According to the municipality of Münster, bicycles constitute 39% of traffic in Münster. That's even higher than the national average of the Netherlands. In German media, Münster is often known as the cycling capital of Germany. What makes Münster unique for cycling? Today we are going to find out the reasons. Münster is located in the northwest of Germany in the state of North Rhine-Westphalia, which is the home for over 300,000 people and over 500,000 bicycles. Among the 300,000 people, 58,000 are students. This is about 1/5 of the total population in the city, making it a typical university town in Germany. Now let's get to cycling. There may be some obvious reasons to explain why cycling is popular in Münster. For example, the city is rather flat, meaning that there is almost no incline in the city. The scale of the city is perfect for cycling, as major facilities are easy to reach within the maximum of 30 minutes cycling. With nearly 60,000 students in the city, cycling is a natural option because it is more affordable, environmental friendly, and space saving. However, the statements listed above can also be used to describe some other German cities, but they have far fewer cyclists than Münster. Now we are going to discuss some of the important reasons which make Münster outstanding from other cities. All of them have a point in common: the infrastructure. First, bicycle lanes are way more than painting on the road. Building cycling infrastructure is way more than painting lines and bicycle signs on the road. For example, in Düsseldorf, another German city, people there do use bicycles, and you can easily spot parking bicycles on the streets. But their infrastructure, where I consider as a bad example, the bicycle zone suddenly appears at the end of an intersection of a road with a speed limit of 50 km per hour. But before that, there is no consecutive bicycle lane. The bicycles have to use the same lane as the cars, which makes both the cyclists and the car drivers feel dangerous. Here's how Münster makes it safer. Here it is also a road with a speed limit of 50 km per hour. The cycling lane is separated from the motor vehicles lanes, and even if there are more close to the motor vehicles, at the junction, the bicycle lane is raised higher thanks to the curb, making the car drivers difficult to drive onto the bicycle lane without noticing. Second, turning left, done right. For cyclists who want to turn left at an intersection, the infrastructure also plays an important role. Here the bad example again from Düsseldorf. One reason that the red cycling zone is placed there is to allow cyclists to place themselves as left as possible when they want to turn left. However, without further protection, it is still possible that ignorant cars won't be able to see the cyclists. Here's how Münster solves such case. Turning left for cyclists is made in 2 steps. They go straight first and reach a special waiting zone, wait there until the next green light, so they can turn 90-degree anti-clockwise. Third, independent traffic light control for bicycles. The use of independent traffic lights for motor vehicles and the cyclists is possible to prevent potential conflicts between the two types of road users. For example, at this junction, the bicycles are allowed to go straight because it receives the green light, but the right-turning motor vehicle lane receives a red light, so cars in this lane is not allowed to turn right. This protects the cyclists to go straight without hassle. Fourth, bicycle path, which prohibit motor vehicles. The city centre of Münster has many regulated one-way streets, and many parking lots require special permits, which makes motor vehicles difficult to drive or park in the city centre. Therefore, the number of motor vehicle drivers can be reduced. One famous example of a dedicated cycle path is the promenade, which is the easily recognizable green circle on the map. As we discussed earlier, although motor traffic is allowed in the city centre, they have difficulties. Instead, using the bicycle ring road promenade, cyclists can simply access their destinations in the city centre by using the nearest exit on the ring road. In summer, it is a pretty pleasant experience to cycle along promenade thanks to the shade from the trees. Apart from promenade, there are also such places around the city which only allow cyclists and pedestrians. Fifth, places for bicycle parking. Outdoor bicycle racks can be found near the train station and some other places in the city. Apart from that, there is an indoor bicycle parking facility which allows more than 3,500 bicycles to park there. You can also park bicycles that are not in a regular size, such as cargo bicycles. The cycling experience in Münster is already awesome, but there is also space for improvement. For example, the roundabout at Ludgeriplatz. In the roundabout, the bicycles and the cars have to use the same lane, which means they are not separated, and this can be a dangerous point. For some roads, there is no bicycle lane at all. When a large vehicle, such as a bus, comes next to a cyclist, it feels unsafe. Although the promenade only allows cyclists, but when it comes to a junction, sometimes the right of way is not given to the promenade. This makes the cycling experience on promenade not that smooth. In conclusion, Münster is definitely a nice place for cycling. If you get a chance to visit Germany and you love cycling, please consider paying a visit to Münster.